I remember the swamp, the stench of the rot in the mud. When I hunted and I fell down for the corruption of blood, I stood in the grand hall, a statue of marble and ice. Watched Seracle sentence the sinners and didn't think twice. I listened to Zuri scream as her body unraveled to dust. I told myself cruelty was holy, that judgment was just. I wore the blue livery, I polished the steps of the throne. I carved out my heart and replaced it with scripture and stone. I was the perfect squire, the blade in the archangel's hand. I purged every shadow they pointed to out of this land. But silence is heavy when God hides his face from the room, and love is a lie that we tell to distract from the doom. So watch me rise, watch me take what the Father refused. I am the weapon, the hand, and the one being used. You wanted a soldier, you wanted a shield for the law. I give you a monster, the likes that the heavens never saw. I don't kneel for the masters, I don't kneel for the past. I am the first, and I will be the last. I came to your garden, Sarah full of flowers in hand, like a foolish young girl who didn't know where she should stand. I found you there panting, sweat slick on a human's cheap skin. You traded our vows for a creature born deeply in sin. You looked in my eyes as I stood in the wreckage you made and said, not anymore. The sharpest and cruelest blade. 20 years of my life, 20 years of the cold and the weight, while you warmed her bed and you sealed up your terrible fate. You shattered the joining, you spat on the altar we built. Now I'll drown the world in the blood that you've already spilled. So watch me rise, watch me take what the Father refused. I am the weapon, the hand, and the one being used. You wanted a soldier, you wanted a shield for the law. I'll give you a monster, the likes that the heavens never saw. I don't kneel for the masters, oh, I don't kneel for the past. Oh, I am the first, and I will be the last. Oh, so I cut off my hair, let the gold tumble down to the floor. I am not a lover, wife, or squire anymore. I walk to the gate where the white fire spins in the air. I reach for the axe that no angel has managed to bear. It should have erased me, turned flesh into a pillar of salt, but the fire turned black and it locked away every fault. It surged through my veins like a poison that tastes like the truth. It burned away weakness, it burned away mercy and youth. I stood in the gap when the paradise guard fell apart, and I buried that axe in the rebellion's treacherous heart. Where were they? Where were the archangels then? Hiding in chambers, debating the how and the when. Gabriel, Uriel, Seracle, Raphael too, weakened and bleeding, not knowing what they should do. They looked for a god in nirvana and found only space. They let Lucifer march through the gates of this holy place. So I dragged them up the mountain path. I sealed them in silence to save them from my wrath. They sleep in the void while I clean up the mess that they left. I am the mother of order, of pity bereft. God helps those who help themselves. God helps those who help themselves. I looked at Lysander and offered my naked blade. Strike me down if I lied, was the gamble I made. But his hand shook with terror, he couldn't deliver the blow. Because deep in his soul he knows what the righteous must know. The humans are rot, they are seeds of the serpent's deceit. We must burn every field, we must trample the chaff and the wheat. I will hunt them in Rakia, hunt them in mossy and caves. I will fill up the valleys of earth with their watery graves. No child will be spared, no family left to conspire. I will purify creation with holy and absolute fire. I looked at Lysander, and silence rings out in the hall. I sit at the head of the table, observing it all. Seraphil's gone to the pit with his whore by his side, and I am the bride of the vengeance I carry inside. Let them whisper of Haniel, let them all shake at my name. I am the moth and the candle, the fuel and the flame. The archangels sleep in the prison I built for their good, and I rule the heavens exactly the way that I should. Heavy don't kneel, I don't kneel. I am the only thing that's real. Burn them all, burn them all, burn them all.